Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to
What's
help.
going on, family? You guys are so amazing. I'm Mr. Aosinspires. This is AOS, the podcast. I'm excited about this episode that we're bringing to you today. This is what I need you to do for real. Like, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the little button on the bottom that says subscribe. Hit the bell so that you can get all the notifications when we, in fact, post a video. And truth be told, here at AOS, the podcast, we try to post a video every single day. So that we can keep you encouraged, keep you motivated, so that you can live life at the next level. You already know our mission. Our mission here at AOS, the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one video at a time, one interview at a time, to help you live life at the next level. Also, all of my people that's listening to the podcast on all podcast outlets, you will search AOS the Podcast. It's 3 words: AOS space the THE space podcast, PODCAST. Listen, I need you guys to subscribe. I need you guys to leave a comment. Now, we looked at the analytics. I'm going to say this every week because we've been looking at it. We've been looking at this thing very closely. Also, Instagram. Y'all been showing us some crazy love. I need you to do this. If you're following us on Instagram, I need you to go ahead and follow us. Like, if you watch all our videos and like some stuff and comment some stuff sometimes, follow us. We need you to follow. We need that engagement, that connection, so that we can keep on growing and we know that we're reaching people. That's our metrics, right? That's how we measure how effective we are. Because if it's something that doesn't speak to you, that you don't like, you're not going to follow. Period. I'm not going to subscribe to anything that I don't see the value in. So that's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe, follow, connect with us so we can get this thing rolling. Now, let's go ahead and get started. This episode, let me do the commercial in the front. This episode is brought to you by Winning After a Major Loss, publication that we produced in 2016, Winning After a Major Loss. We sold hundreds of copies of this book today. So this book has really helped a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that have experienced a major loss. Winning After a Major Loss. You can get it on Amazon.com, also BarnesandNoble.com. Even right now, I told you about 2 more weeks. I'm going to leave the price the way that it is. Our team is going to change it soon because why? We have another publication about to come. Another publication about to drop. It's going to be bananas. But if you want to win after your major loss, this what I need you to do. Go ahead and buy the book. I promise you, it's going to help you win after your major loss. You could have witnessed or experienced a major loss. And reading this book, we have a lot of principles, a lot of keys in this book that's going to really help you get to the next level. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This podcast is just for the women, just for the ladies. I know that you're going to feel a certain type of way about this, but I told you already know what I say on this podcast. I don't take back. I don't apologize for it because everything I say on this podcast is for the betterment that I feel for my viewers. And you already know, we did an analytics study. Our viewers are professional women from the ages of 25 to 45. That's our demographics. And it's crazy. That's what it says that our platforms are reaching. Right. And also it says men between the ages of 35 and 40. So in that age bracket, y'all rocking with me. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to share this video, share this podcast with somebody because we want to expand our reach. On today, what I want to do is I want to talk to the ladies real fast. Women, I gotta share something with you because, as you know, if you follow us on Instagram, you know that post went crazy. Like the first time I posted it, it went like 17,000 views. Second time I posted, it went like 16,000 views. And I posted it again, and just in a matter of hours, it went to like 18,000 views. It's going bananas. But I said this. I said a real woman would not be moved. I'm gonna say this every podcast. I don't care. A real woman will not be moved by your money. She won't be impressed by your money. Now, I'm not retracting my statement. That's real. Like, I truly believe that in the depths of my heart and throughout all of my experiences, all of the women that I've noticed that have been in my life, my mom, my sister, stuff like that. Like real women, my wife, real women are not moved, watch this, by your finances. Right? Like I've seen this time and time again. Real women are not moved by your finances. However, Let's get the ball rolling on this one. Ladies, don't come to the table empty-handed. Don't come to the table empty-handed. Now, I was listening to this podcast. I promise. I was just listening to it in passing. I wish I would have just grabbed the name so that I can give a reference to it. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to leave in the comments what podcast or what video that was. But I was listening to this thing, and the girl said, the lady, she's a woman. The woman said to the guy, she said that she pulls the pretty card. Pretty women can get things done. Like, pretty women can get things done by men, right? I don't disagree with that. What she was saying was her pretty card allows her mortgage to get paid. Or if you're another woman in a different situation, pretty will allow your rent to get paid. Pretty will allow your car note to get paid every month. Now, she's not just saying just one time, right? This is what she was saying. She was saying every month can get, and this is the kicker. She said, my pretty card allows me to get, and I don't give anything. Okay, cool. I don't disagree. I don't listen to the podcast that we just posted last week. Listen to the episode. I think it's episode 10 or 11. Just watch that one. You'll get a better understanding of that. But that's what she was saying. She said her pretty card gets her access to things that regular women can't, right? And I don't disagree with that. I don't. However, can I take it from a different approach, like around the corner right quick? Ladies, women, don't come to the table empty-handed. Like, that's what I want to talk about on today. Don't come to the table empty-handed. I get it. Your pretty card. Now, listen, when I was listening to her, she was like, her pretty card allows her the access and allows her to get certain things that other women can't get. Woody, yada, yada, yada. Cool. I get it. You're right. Your pretty card will get you a lot of stuff. However, your pretty card will only go but so far. And what's damaging is, this is real. A lot of y'all, can we talk grown real fast? A lot of y'all are relying on your pretty card or your sex card or your sexiness card to get you through the door or get you the things that you want. Now, let me play this card real fast. Let me play this play. What happens when your pretty card runs out? Because it will run out. Now, I get it. You have some women that are older women that still look beautiful. I get it. However, it's a conversation that I heard on a podcast. A lot of older guys don't want women their age. They want younger women. So what happens? I just hypothetically speaking, just want to know what happens when your pretty card or your sex card or your sexiness card gets expired. What happens? What happens? Like really, come on, talk to me in the chat. Talk to me. What happens when your card, because your card does have an expiration date on it? You may not think it would, because the truth of the matter is, most people, I think, listen, I'm 39. And I said, like, hold on, man, my shoulder ain't acting right. Like, I thought that I would never get old until I got old. And many of you think the same way. You think that things will never change until it changes. You think that things will never expire until it expires. You think that things will never get old until it gets old. You think that you will always be a relevant player in the game until you're no longer a relevant player in the game. Like, it hit me like a ton of bricks, because in my mind, I thought at one point that I was still in my 20s. Like, I still got that drip. Until I got around some young kids, I'm like, I can't keep up with these guys. Not far as physically keep up, but I'm like, the conversation level is on two different levels, right? I'm like, I'm the old head of the group now. Like, the younger guys are playing me like, well, old school. Hold on, brother. Hold on right quick, brother. So we think that we will always have a stake in the game. Or we think that, okay, cool. Like, ladies, come on, your pretty card runs out. We think, just for a prime example, great example, how many people have you met, right, that came across a nice lump sum of money? Like, they came across some decent money and they thought that it'd never end. They kept on spending. And then one day they just declined, right? It's just like a person that's not used to money, that gets money and it runs out. They think that it would never run out. I want to share with you, that stuff run out. Fellas, your month, listen, I want to share with I know what I'm talking about. Ladies, don't come to the table empty-handed, but I got to go around the mulberry tree real fast. Fellas, unless you have some dope investments that brings you passive income, you can't work on that job forever. So eventually, the money that you have coming in now, something is going to slow down. I promise you, something will slow down in your financial life if you don't invest right. And it's crazy because if you ever notice, most sugar daddies they don't live this crazy lavish life. They live a simple life, right? They have a nice car that may be paid off, may not be paid off. But when they retire, they have to live on a budget because they're not making extra. They have a certain amount of money coming in. That's why most sugar daddies, they do their due diligence with their finances in their younger ages. They make sure that the house is close to being paid off. So when they retire, the house is paid off. They make sure like certain things like that. However, your money will not be the same forever. Ladies, I'm going to keep on saying it. Get mad all you want. I don't care. Don't care. Your pretty card will not be valid forever. I promise you. Because this is what I tell people. Don't always think that you're the best. Because there's another person that does whatever it is that you do good, they do it better. You look good, there's somebody that looks even better, right? You think that you dress the best? Okay, cool. There's somebody else that dressed better. You think your body's the best? You got all the curves. There's another sister that got the curves in the better places than you got. Like her curves are a lot more tighter than yours. So stop thinking that whatever it is that you have will not end or won't stop, right? So the whole reason why I'm constructing that thought is because I want you to really understand. Stop coming to the table empty-handed. I get it. Your pretty card has allowed you access to certain tables. That's true. But the truth of the matter is, it's crazy because I've seen this time and time again. Like you see it in movies all the time, right? Guys look for the pretty girl, right? They go after the pretty girl, but when they get the pretty girl, they discover she doesn't cook, she doesn't clean. Now, I'm not saying we stepping back in the old ages. However, right? Those are qualities that men really look for. Like that's unless you're the type of guy that has crazy money and you don't care about none of that. I got somebody that can do all that. I ain't talking about you. This is not your conversation. But the average guy that maybe makes between $50,000 and $200,000, right? I mean, you make good money, but you know, I'm still looking for a woman that cooks, cleans, have motherly instincts, right? Now, most women that have the pretty card or that pulls the pretty card, some have those attributes and some don't. They just don't. Now, like I was saying, you have some guys that get the pretty girl home and spend some time with her, and as time progresses, he may change and develop into somebody else. Now he's looking for a whole new set of qualities that he never thought from the beginning that would be very important now. And you don't have them. All you have is the pretty card and the sexy card and the sex card. And after you had used the sex card up and the sexiness card up, after you have used the pretty card up, and it's like, what other cards you got to choose from? Because I'm tired of these three cards. These three cards are not getting me any money. It's spending all of my money. So then his mind will begin to change. Now, the pretty card girl now gets put on the back burner. Why? Because she didn't bring nothing to the table. Now, I'm not suggesting that if you have those three cards, that if you bring other things to the table, you won't be valid or be a valid player at the table. You will be. Those are just three extras, right? Those are bonus. Like, don't rely on these three cards when you come to the table looking to move forward at the table. Now, when I say the table, I'm talking about the relationship table, the marriage table. Don't just bring that to the table thinking that's all I need and that's cool in the game. Nah, that's not all you need. Like, I need a little bit more at the table. Because if you just bring these three things at the table, that's not enough. That's not sustain. I have fun. This is the reason why I'm really saying this, ladies. Men will have fun with those three cards. Pay Period. And truth of the matter is, I tell people this all the time. You can't get mad because somebody has fun with what you brought to the table. Now they're no longer interested in what you brought to the table because what you brought to the table wasn't substance. Wow. Bars. When you, in fact, don't bring substance to the table, don't expect them to want you to stay at the table. Ladies, don't just come to the table empty-handed. Right? And I know you're saying, listen, but I ain't coming to the table in here. I'm coming with my beauty. Cool. That's fine. And that's all. That's what am I looking for? Your label of beauty and somebody else, a guy's label of beauty is two different beauties. I promise you. You may be physically beautiful, but a man with real good sense will say, cool, but looks fade away. What else do you have? Right? That's why when you go on a job, a job interview, you apply for a job. That's why they ask for what kind of qualities do you have, right? You're a hard worker. What else? I'm on time. What else? Like, that's cool. Like, if you know how to do the job, being on time and being a good worker, that should come with the qualities of what you can do. That should come with it. So what I'm saying is, ladies, like, for real, you save yourself the headache. Right? The biggest thing that I talk about on my platform is confidence. Right? I need you to put yourself first. Don't put yourself on the back burner. Put yourself first. Take care of you, because if you're not taken care of, how can you take care of somebody else? If you don't make sure that you're straight, what will happen is you'll find yourself breaking down physically because you're putting everybody else first, everybody else before you. You're not taking care of yourself. Self-love is the best love. So what I'm saying is, make sure that you're bringing now, let's clear this up. There are some men that will say, my woman don't need to work. That's cool. That's him. I get it. Everybody has different situations. Some men will like, hey, my woman don't need to work. Don't need to work. Period. She don't have to work. I take care of all the bills. That's cool. If that's the situation, I totally understand. However, even in that situation, ladies, bring something to the table. Because when you don't bring nothing to the table but good looks and, everything else that comes along but pretty, right? When that's all that you bring to the table, suppose he dies, God forbid, but suppose he dies. How would you sustain yourself? Better yet, watch this. Suppose he dies, or he just somehow gets out the picture and doesn't want to be with you anymore. Now you have to fend for yourself. But since you didn't bring anything to the table, now you're relying on somebody else to take care of you. That's not a good look. But all that could have been alleviated had you brought something to the table. Bring something to the table. Now, this is what I tell men and women alike. I told you this a few weeks ago. If you're broke, you should not be dating. A lot of y'all be dating and be broke. And the truth of the matter is, let's really be honest. Let's hit this thing in reality. Women can get away with it for a little while. Why can a woman get away? She can get away with it. Why? Because men would foot the bill. A real man will foot the bill every single time. So all she has to do is just go out. Now, I don't suggest, me personally, I don't suggest that you do that. Why? Because if the relationship begins to graduate and go to the next level, and he discovers that you don't have anything, that could be a major turnoff for him. I'm not saying, ladies, you need to be a millionaire. It's great. Go get your money. Go get the bag. You don't have to be that millionaire coming to the table with $1 million or $100,000. But what I want to say, be able to hold yourself down. Because when you put yourself in position that somebody else has to take care of you, now you move from an asset to now, I'm not going to say a premium liability, but an entry-level liability. Especially if this guy doesn't have it like that. Or suppose he does have it like that and lose it all one summer because of some bad investments, some crypto investments, and he lose all of his money. And maybe he's down to the last $100,000, right? There's a lot of stuff that needs to downsize, or he can go back and reinvest that $100,000 and make that do flips and somersaults and, get his money back. But maybe, suppose he doesn't. Suppose he can't. So now you move from an entry-level liability to now a premium liability, right? All because you didn't bring nothing to the table, right? Now, this is what I want to share with you, right? be careful of coming to a table and bringing nothing to the table. Why? Because usually when you don't bring nothing to the table, you leave yourself vulnerable for the man to treat you any kind of way. And the reason I'm sharing this with you all, because I have something for the fellas. So fellas, don't come to the table empty-handed. I talked to somebody last week, and they said that there's a lot of homeless sexuals. She said homeless sexuals. I was like, what are you talking about? Homeless sexuals, guys that feel like they can deliver in the bedroom, and as long as they can deliver there well enough, the woman let them come stay with them. Fellas, don't you dare go. Me personally, I've never been the type that can be like, hey, I'm gonna go stay with this woman. No, I have my own, right? I don't talk that language, right? I get it. We all get to a place where you may be up, you may be down, but listen, I'm always gonna place myself in position, not where I'm relying on somebody. I'm bringing a lot to the table. Right? Now, let me clear this up because I don't want nobody to feel left out. I don't want no woman to feel like, okay, I don't have no money. All I make is $30,000. Cool. You bringing something to that table. All I make is $20,000. All I make is $10,000. That's cool. That's the entry level. You're bringing something to the table. You're not coming as a total dependent. Like you're dependent on me to survive. No, that's not it. Listen. There's nothing worse than a beautiful woman that can't make a phone call. There's nothing worse than a beautiful woman that can't get on the grind with her guy. Nothing worse. Nothing worse. All you can do is just sit there and be beautiful. That's it. Like, I'll deal with you for a little bit, but after that, I can't mess with you no more. You're too much of a liability to me. You're causing me to lose more money than I'm making. And it's not all about money. However, listen, have you ever met somebody that they needed some money, right? Or maybe you borrowed some money from somebody. And they know in their mind you need them. Like you need them. You need this money. You need me. Y'all can look at movies. You see this time and time again. When somebody feels like you need them, they will exploit that. Period. I'm almost done, ladies. I ain't kill you that much. I'm almost done. But they will exploit you. When people feel like you need them, they will exploit you and they will use that and hold that against you every single time. That's why I'm telling all my real women, bring something to that table. Like it may not be what you bring to the table, but I'm bringing something to the table. I can hold some down. Like I got something I'm bringing. I'm not just coming empty-handed. I'm bringing something to the table. I add to this table. Like I may not be bringing 100 grand, but watch this. I'm going to bring enough to this table where I will encourage you and push you so that you can make $1 million. That's real. I told you this in another video, and I'm going to say this again. This is for the soundbite. A real woman, this is what happens. A real woman can help a man make more money in a year than a man can make by himself in 2 years. Wow. Listen to my first podcast. Women have powerful power. There's a lot of power in a woman's words. A woman can tear you up, build you down, whatever. A woman's words is powerful. So you understand what you bring to the table. But you got to realize this. You realize this. Every woman doesn't have that ability to speak life to her man. That's a gift. Fellas, if you're watching this and you have a woman that speaks life to you, that encourages you when you feel like like nothing else is going well, you feel as if I'm losing in life, I'm a loser, I can't win, and you have a woman at home that knows your bull crap, but yet can speak life to you, she's a keeper, fam. Like real talk. She's a keeper, right? That's major. Every woman doesn't have that quality. Every woman doesn't have that quality to speak life to her guy. So what I'm saying is, ladies, understand this. You may not be bringing $200,000, $100,000. You might not even be bringing $50,000 to the table, but you're bringing something to the table. Outside of, sex and outside of good looks and outside of sexiness, that's cool. As I said, that's a bonus. But what else you bring? I'm bringing a little bit of money to the table. But watch this. I can help you put your business together. I may not know, but I'll do the research. Like, I may not know how to really construct this business, but I'll do some phone calls for you. What's up? Let's go. Who we calling? What you need me to do? Right? Now let's look at this. I'm not saying that, what I bring to the table is submission. That's not what I'm saying. But I'll go get it with you. What you need me to do, I do it. You need me to go fold these shirts up so we can sell them? Let's go. I'm with you. Right? That's what I bring to the table. Why? Why am I bringing that up? Because most pretty card holders don't bring that to the table. Now, that's the major difference between a pretty card holder that may be a good 9, right? Let's say she's a 10. But another young lady that she's a pretty card, but she brings all this other stuff to the table. She more than a 10. She's a 15. She's a 20. She priceless. Because I would rather have this than this. Like, you can keep the pretty card. That's cool. Like this, this real. With a little bit of money, we can fix all that other stuff. I promise you, we can fix all that other stuff. That's how most men that understand business, that are progressive. I'm gonna say that progressive. They understand that. Like, it's cool. In my younger years, I want that pretty trophy. But in my older years, I want something that I like, but somebody that brings something to the table as well. Ladies, I'm gonna say this again as I close. Don't come to the table empty-handed. I need you to have something that you bring to this table. Listen, I'm coming to this table and I see this is a lady talking. I see your table is not finished being built. I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna physically build it, but I'm gonna massage your brain, your mind, to ensure you, to make you know that you can do anything you put your mind to. And this is another thing too, a lot of women don't have. A real woman knows how to celebrate her man. I'm going to give you this analogy and I'm gone. She knows how to celebrate her man that will make him push harder. Ladies, if you understood the power that you have, you can tell a guy when he's bringing the groceries in, oh, look at you bringing 10 bags at one time. Guess what he going to do when he go back out to the car to get the rest of the groceries? He going to try to grab all of them. Why? Because your words can push him to destiny or destroy him and he gives up. You have that power. But have you tapped into that power? What do you bring to the table? Ladies, don't come to this table empty-handed. You're going to leave with a heartbreak. I love you guys to life. I'm out of here. That's my time. I appreciate that. That is my time. You guys are so amazing. This podcast is sponsored by Winning After a Major Loss. 2016, we sold hundreds of copies of that book. You need to go grab you a copy. Why are you still watching this video? You need to go grab a copy. BarnesandNoble.com, Amazon.com. Go get you a copy. Winning After a Major Loss. I love you guys. I need you to go ahead and subscribe and also follow all of the podcast platforms. Follow us. Subscribe to us. Download. I need to stay connected to you guys. I love you. I'll see you next week. Let's go.